Welcome back to Wealth Rewired. I'm Mark Robinson.
And I'm Billie Robinson. This is the podcast where we help you tap into mindset, strategy, and energetic alignment needed to build true financial freedom.
In our last episode, we explored the energetic foundations of wealth, how masculine and feminine energies influence your money patterns, your investment decisions, and your results.
And today we're going to be diving deeper into the masculine investor archetype. Okay. This is a powerful, precise energy that can create incredible growth when it's conscious, but it can also lead to burnout or detachment if it's left unchecked.
So let's get an understanding of the masculine investor. The masculine investor is the builder. He wants clear direction, he wants tangible growth and measurable success. He thrives on goals and financial targets, planning and execution, KPIs, key performance indicators, in case you didn't
Yeah.
know what that is,
Yeah.
KPIs, spreadsheets, and cash flow tracking. That he wants to be consistent and he's got disciplined action. This energy is all about movement, about doing the thing. It's about making decisions based on logic, not feeling.
And look, honestly, this energy is essential. Okay, we need the masculine to make it real. Okay, he's the part of you that says, right, let's create a plan, let's systemize this, and let's go.
Let's go. And the strengths of the
Let's go.
masculine, right? When he's empowered, the masculine investor is focused, clear, and driven, knows how to research and evaluate deals, sets up systems that compound over time, and creates boundaries around money, time, and attention.
And look, he's the backbone of consistency. Okay, when you need to grow, build wealth, or scale, this is the energy that you actually need in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and I can't wait till we go into the feminine, right? Because it's the opposite, right? Once we get to this certain point when you go into nurture, right? And this is where when you really understand both of these energies works really well. And so the masculine, he also protects, right? He creates this financial resilience by thinking ahead. He's proactive. He's not reactive.
Yeah. So let's look at the shadow side, okay? Because here's the thing, every archetype has a shadow. Okay. And the shadow side of the masculine looks like this: it's over controlling and rigid, getting stuck in doing without checking in with purpose. Okay. It's burning out from all the hustle and measuring success only by money or by performance.
I've, babe, I've seen so many people like literally like that. And I've also lived in this shadow, right?
Yeah.
There was a time that I thought if I'm not consistently pushing, I'm falling behind. And the truth is, I was achieving goals, but I actually felt empty. It wasn't sustainable. We were away from our family for a while. We built 6 companies in 6 years, and each one drove me to the next because it complemented each other, right? And I would set them up, I'd get them to cash flow, and then hand them on to someone who had the skills to manage them.
And look, that's why awareness is so important. Okay. We don't want to suppress the masculine, we actually want to elevate him. So he's working for your vision, not against your well being.
And the key, right, is you need to look to integrate the masculinity consciously. You really need to look at it and go, how do I integrate the masculine on a conscious level, right? And so conscious masculine investing looks like this. You start aligning your financial goals with your values. You start creating systems that serve your lifestyle, not just your net worth.
Hmm.
Billy and I, we're about to embark on another trip, and people go, are you going on holidays or are you going working? And it's like, no, we're just going on life, right?
Hmm.
Because we
Yeah.
align our values, which is travel, right, along with making sure there's systems in place so that when we are traveling, we get to have fun, live life, and still do what we love to do, which is help people become financially
100%.
independent, right?
Yeah.
And it also means about taking bold, clean action without attachment to ego or outcome.
Yeah. It's also knowing when to pause, okay, when to zoom out and when to ask, is this still aligned?
Yeah, so if you're someone who leads with this energy, the parts you could work on is to soften a little bit, just be a bit more flexible, or to
Hmm.
listen more, and not just listen to other people, but more importantly your gut as well, and to trust something beyond logic.
Without a doubt. So let's bring this to actual life with a client example. Okay. So we've worked with a high achieving entrepreneur. Okay. He was running multiple businesses. He was tracking every dollar and hitting his goals. But the reality was he was exhausted. Okay. His investments were growing, but his life just felt like a spreadsheet.
Yeah. And look, we helped him integrate more feminine alignment into his investing. So instead of just looking at the numbers, he started asking, what do I want this money to do for me? He sold one
Yeah.
of the businesses, invested in a project he truly believed in, and created way more freedom.
And that's the real power of integration, right? That right there. So when your structure is built around what matters to you, not just performance metrics, but purpose.
And that's available to all of us, right?
Yeah.
Not just the odd person here and there, but to every single one of us. And if we're willing to bring awareness to how we operate money, then this will definitely be something you can achieve.
Absolutely. So let's just reflect over all this. So are you currently operating from empowered or shadow masculine? Where are you pushing or forcing? And what would happen if you brought more spaciousness into your investing? Okay, so journal over these three questions. Okay, I'll ask them again to you. Are you currently operating from empowered or shadow masculine? Where are you pushing or forcing? And what would happen if you brought more spaciousness into your investing?
These are the questions that will rewire your wealth patterns from the inside out.
Without a doubt. So, in our next episode, we're going to be flipping that coin and diving into the feminine investor archetype. And let me tell you, she is magnetic, she is intuitive, and she is powerfully aligned.
Yeah. And you'll want to hear this, especially if you tend to ignore your gut or overthink your decisions.
Without a doubt. And please remember to grab your free digital books from our link tree in the comments below. So the three books in there are the Feminine Wealth Code, the Sole Purpose of Wealth, and Wealth Rewired. Okay, these go hand in hand with everything that we're teaching here.
And so, guys, when structure is aligned with soul, wealth becomes inevitable.
Yeah, and when strategy supports your vision, money flows where it matters.
We'll see you on the next episode of Wealth Rewired. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.